What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan, and I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have a small hobby news for Digimon TCG. We're talking about the 2.0 meta. We have some information on what is kind of the meta for 2.0. So I want to start discussing this as we get that information, letting you know what are the top decks of the format, how it has changed since we got 2.0 from BT17, EX7. And just talk about what the top decks are right now, so that when you're looking at playing in a tournament, you can know maybe what you want to run, maybe what you are going to have to face and stuff like that, and just kind of get an idea of the decks that you might run into. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. Shout out to the Eggman events. They always do this awesome list. For everything. We got this for the CoreTCG's online regional, which I participated in, where I got 96th place. I didn't do that great, but there was a couple of Imperial Dramon players who did get in the top bracket. We had at least, if we look down here, we have three Imperial, which is kind of less than usual. So, but still a high number. So Imperial is still topping pretty well. Most of these decks are pure Imperial. Some of them have the Magna Imperial, so either one is good. We have the Lord Nightmon deck. They're all purple base. Let's see. Yeah, none of them went higher than. They were all in basically below 8th place. Same with Imperial. Galaxy took the top. Mirage Galaxy took the top, 4 spots basically. Shine Great Player, shout out to Shine Great Player, got 3rd place, so he was doing really well. It means he was drawing really well. Magna X is still pretty good. Magna X had 1 show up. Fenry had at least 2, so Takami Kazuchi OTK still really good right now in the format. Purple Hybrid, we had a couple Purple Hybrid. One was so this Beal Star deck was also Purple Hybrid, so Purple Hybrid's doing really well. So you can kind of go in here and you can see the if you click on it, you can see the list here. So you can see what. Like Purple Hybrid's running a lot of, it's running the Lugamon low end and the Ukamon low end. Then running a crazy different high end, basically. And then a super good tamer. These end of turn guys that detach, tamers that detach, are really super good, especially because you can trash stuff, bring it back with a Lugamon, and get free tamers that way. Get memory, and then you have a tamer at the end turn. So that's kind of cool. So it's it's good stuff. It's obviously very competitive. It's one of the only things you're seeing in the meta right now, other than Lord Nightmon X, which, like I said, we can take a look at the 10th place. It's running a very purple base build for Lord Nightmon, with kind of weird high ends. Let's see the other one here. So very different high ends or low ends. Similar high ends. Let's see the person. Yeah, very similar low ends, basically, and very similar high ends. So, yeah, different stuff there. But yeah, that's kind of what's come into the game from 2.0. Like I said, Imperial armor, Imperial, Phoenixmon X, still making a turnout every once in a while, doing really well here. This was a deck that I really liked. I just never really got into playing it. Valk Ace, that's awesome. But yeah, no, it's and Gallim on Crimson mode, really good ace cards for the deck. And it's running the Christie. It's running the Christie build, so obviously when a player is really good with red vaccine, they can really make it work. So that's really, really cool. What else we had here? The BL Star one is interesting. So it's like a BL Star deck, but it's hybrid there. So you have no low end, all just tamers basically, and mother control, Shoto mother control, which is dumb. This should say green cards. This should say green cards. Everyone who doesn't believe that that's so freaking ridiculous. This should be green cards or Vortex Warriors specific. Like it says, by suspending this tamer, one of your Digimon gains piercing and blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. If it has Vortex Warriors in its trait, it unsuspends. Okay, so it should just say green cards. It should specifically state that this is for green cards only. Screw everything else. So that was their mistake there. But this is a very option based because it's BL Starmon. It's the old BL Starmon, so that's really cool. With a little bit of a high end here, and you just trash all your stuff as fast as possible. Get your options in there, and then start using them. So that's really cool. And then you got Violet and stuff like that. Start your main phase by trashing an option card, draw one. So just kind of trash one, draw one. So you can continue to cycle through your deck. So that's really good. Dustmon, Velgamon. It's good stuff. So yeah. A really interesting idea. So that's really kind of cool. I do like that. So there's a bit of innovation there, which is really great for the format because we have a lot of this is going to just stay the same. But like you say, a big chunk here, over half to basically 2/3 is decks that we already had in the meta and a deck we knew that was going to be good for the meta. So it's very predictable. There's not a lot of variety of 2.0. There's so many other decks in 2.0 and they haven't made it into this list. No hybrid decks have made it into this list. Nothing about Lucimon or anything like that. Aside from Purple Hybrid, but no of the other hybrid decks, the Unity decks or anything like that. So it's a very unchanged format because other than these two little slices here, the format was very much similar to last time. Only there was more of this, maybe more of this, maybe some Levia. Levia wasn't in this one. I'm assuming a Levia deck could still probably do really well. Just might have a harder matchup. And then, of course, you got the Mirage Galaxy deck, which has changed a little bit. We finally got a red card in BT18. I didn't even see this. That stops you gaining memory from other than Tamer effects. So you got Shamanmon, which is really good. So you can play out a Shamanmon. You got your Lunamon, Coronamon stuff. I would say this person's playing a little bit more red now. He's playing more Flaremon because I think most people were only playing one before. So, but other than that, I think it's remained pretty much unchanged. Other than people are playing the new Ryugumon because its decode's really good and it plays out more bodies and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's really good, especially when you play out this guy or something like that. That guy's more good if you have a stack, but there's other cards, level 5s you can play out, which would be really, really good. So, yeah, that's really cool. And just returning stuff, being able to play out a monster and then return it to return something of your opponent's is always really good. So it's really cool. So it's basically it's a blue-red deck. It's very interesting, the Galaxy deck, but it's got everything. And just these three guys are just scary to have to get over. So that's interesting. Still like the one Apollomon. So that's cool. But I definitely want to try this deck a little bit more. It is pretty it's pretty interesting to play. I'm not sure if I play it right with these effects and stuff like that and what you can do with them, but it is pretty crazy. But yeah, that's the meta, guys. That's kind of what's going on with the game. I don't know what you guys think down below. I think it's very interesting. I kind of was interested in more of a Lord Nightmon Black base, which I don't know if that's as good. It's obviously not as popular as the purple base. I can't blame it because the purple base is so turbo with the draw trash and stuff like that. So I mean, like, it definitely, I can see why it's good. If they want people to make more diverse decks with this, they're gonna have to hit some of those purple base things, like the Leviamon stuff that people run in like every and the Anubismon stuff that people run in every purple, trash deck. It's just like the same thing. Like this is the good stuff. Everything else is garbage. So a lot of those cards are actually really limiting what you play in purple, just because you need to trash stuff as quick as possible. So that might be a place they have to go on the ban list, especially now that this is going to take up quite a bit of spots there. But Galaxy and Imperial still very much competing in this format. But there's definitely some cool things that I'm going to build once I get my boxes. We're getting our boxes today, 4 of them at least. Hopefully the other 8 come soon. We can start doing box openings finally. It's only 13 or 11 days after the release of 2.0, so unfortunately it's super late into the thing, and deck profiles will be super late. Like, I'll probably have them up starting in another week, but we have a long time because we have until January until we start seeing the next format, so we'll get them up for you guys. But tell me what you guys think about the current meta. Do you think it's going to change that much? Do you think there's other decks that can make a big splash in this thing? Or, are we kind of stuck with a lot of this, maybe some more of this or this, still being powerful? And how good is Purple Hybrid going to get? Or is it just a misnomer and just kind of lucks out and makes it in there sometimes? But let me know your guys' thoughts out. Again, shout out to Eggman Events for doing these lists always. So, yeah, we had our 8-1, 7-2. 7-1-1, and then everything was 7-2 or 6-3. So yeah, no, it's apparently you can make it with 6-3, but you might be like the 16th place. But we'll see. It's definitely an interesting format. I got 2 events in December, Ultimate Cups, so hopefully I'm gonna go good on those because I really want those top 32 prizes, so I don't have to trade for any because I need 2 more sets to get my Rise Grays. But we'll keep doing these kind of videos. We always think that they're valuable to talk about certain things in the game, and definitely the meta is something that's good. So hopefully you enjoyed this meta deck discussion for 2.0. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day, and that's all for now, folks.